Yochanan chapter 9. And when he crossed over, he saw a man who was blind since his mother's womb. And his disciples asked him and said, Our master, who hath sinned, this man or his parents, that he should be born blind? And Yeshua said to them, He did neither sin nor did his parents, but that might be seen in him the work of Elohim. It is necessary for me to do the works of him who sent me while it is daytime. The night is coming that man is not able to work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. And when he said these things, he spat upon the ground and mixed clay with his saliva and rubbed it upon the eyes of that blind man. And he said to him, Go wash in the pool of Shiloh. And he went and washed and came seeing. Now his neighbors and those who had seen from the beginning that he would beg, saying, Is it not he, this man, who would sit and beg? There were some who were saying that it was he, and there were some who were saying, Nope, but he closely resembles him. But he was saying that, I am he. They said to him, How were your eyes opened? And he answered and said to them, A man whose name is Yeshua made clay and rubbed it upon my eyes and said to me, Go and wash in the water of Shiloh. And I went and washed and began to see. And they said to him, Where is he? And he said to them, I don't know. And they brought him, he who was blind from the beginning, to the Pharisees. It was now the Shabbat, when Yeshua made the clay and opened his eyes. And again the Pharisees asked him, How is it that you see? And he said to them, He placed clay upon my eyes, and I wash, and I see. Some of the Pharisees were saying, This man is not from Elohim, he who does not keep the Shabbat. But others were saying, How is a sinful man able to do these miracles? And there was division among them. They again said to the blind man, How do you say concerning him who opened your eyes? And he said to them, I say that he is a prophet. But the Yehudans were not believing concerning him that he was blind, yet he saw, until they called the parents of him who saw. And they asked them, If this is your son, he that you say that he was born blind, how is it that he now sees? And his parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But how he now sees, or who opened his eyes, indeed, we do not know. His parents said these things because they were afraid of the Yehudans, for the Yehudans had decided that if anyone should confess in him that he is the Mashiach, they would cast him out of the assembly. Because of this, his parents said, He is of age, ask him. And they called the man a second time who was blind, and they said to him, Give glory to Elohim, for we do know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said to them, If he is a sinner, I do not know. But one thing I know, that I was blind, and behold, now I see. And again they said, What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? And he said to them, I have told you, yet you have not listened. Again, what do you want to hear? Why do you also desire to be disciples to him? And they reviled him and said to him, You are a disciple of his, for we are disciples of Moshe. And we know that Elohim spoke with Moshe, but this man we do not know where he is from. That man answered and said to them, In this, therefore, is something to marvel at, that you do not know from where he is, yet my eyes, mine, he opened. We know now that Elohim does not hear the voice of sinners, rather he hears who fears him and does his will. From eternity it has not been heard that someone opened the eyes of a man who was born blind. If this man is not from Elohim, he would not be able to do this. They answered him and said, You were born entirely in sins, and you teach us? And they cast him outside. And Yeshua heard that they had cast him outside. And he found him and said to him, "Do you believe in the Son of Elohim?" And he who was healed answered and said, "Who is he, my master, that I may believe in him?" And Yeshua said to him, "You have seen him, and he who speaks with you is he." And he said, "I believe, my master." And he fell and he worshipped him. And Yeshua said, "The judgment of the world, this I have come, for that those who do not see may see, and that those who see may become blind." And some of the Pharisees who were with him heard these things and said to him, "Why, are we even blind?" And Yeshua said to them, "If you were only blind, you would have no sin. But now you say that we see. Because of this, your sin is standing."